Grinded it out, found a way to play good enough in spurts to be able to come away with a win against a team that played very well tonight. Shot the ball extremely well, played their style of basketball for most of the game, and luckily we were able to kind of catch our feet a little bit. It was great to have some contributions from Akina from the outside, along with Aliyyah and Denasia. But we've got to get better. We know that, and we're happy though that through the course of a year you're going to have some games that you've got to kind of gut out, and this was one of them. So we're proud that we come away with a win here, and we'll get ready for Kansas for Sunday.
All right, I'll take questions first for Akina and Aliyyah.
Ladies, just your overall thoughts on the game and what you were able to do so well that got you the victory tonight.
We started off playing as a team. I felt as though that we didn't have it all when we came out, and we all got together and just said, let's play basketball, and we came out with a win.
It's your shot, kid.
I feel like it was a lot of team play, so I feel like that's how we were able to come up with the victory. We fed off of each other. I know some spurts we were down, they played well, but we came back and competed and played better.
Akina, 6 games in, was that the most comfortable you felt on the floor out there?
No, I'm always comfortable, but they just made sure my energy was higher today in order to go compete and play.
Talk about the team defense, how it's been evolving since you all first started to this point in time right now, and how you feel it's been going so far for you all, the chemistry on the team defense.
We just help each other. So if we like doing bad on defense, everybody will come together and we will help each other. That's the next step. We just help each other out.
Yeah, it stems from a lot of help defense. So if she gets beat, I help her, and then she helps me. So that's how we kind of rotate and play on defense.
Anything else for Aliyyah or Akina? Yep.
Aliyyah, when you all were down at halftime, what was the mindset in the locker room when you all were saying, okay, you know they're good enough to beat this team, or they kind of, what was the mindset in the locker room when you wanted to come back out in the second half?
We just had to come out with more energy. We played at their level, and we know we're better than that, so we had to pick it up, and we ended up with the win.
I think we were able to keep our ground, to keep the game close when we weren't playing well. I was pretty disappointed with our effort in the first half, especially to start the game. And you just really can't do that. I thought, though, we were able to climb back and get ourselves into a position to stay in the game, especially going in down at half. And then we were able to create a couple turnovers for points. I think we had 22 points off turnovers, which was a big piece for us in the game. And again, we've been able to get some spurts, but we can't go through dry spells like we did today where we can't score. And so that's something that we've got to work on. And again, the free throw line caught us a little bit, and we gave up 7 threes. So there's a lot of things that we've got to improve on. This is probably the best fourth quarter we've played as far as clamping down, coming out 17-6. So that was a big part too, where we finally got ourselves comfortable with how they were playing. But I also saw a lot of things that, as much as I was happy with, other things that we have to get better at. So we'll make sure that we cover those in practice.
Coach, with the new rules this year, with the quarter system as opposed to the halves, I mean, how does that affect the coaching style when you come into your ball games?
It does affect how you use your timeouts, for sure. We were lucky in the third quarter, I believe, where we got the kind of 2-for-1 deal where we had the ball. It's like football now, where you can have the ball going in a half and get it back. So that was a big part. We got 2 possessions there that helped us, where we took the lead by 2 and then kind of never looked back. But yeah, I mean, it certainly affects how you have to coach, because there's more strategy at the end of the quarters. There's more strategy going and usage of your timeouts. And then obviously with the advancement of the ball, in the fourth quarter, when you can advance it up, over half court. So there's certainly things that have made the game a little bit more exciting, because it speeds it up a little bit. I think the game's a little faster, puts a little bit more ownership onto your players, which is why it's so important in practice to make sure you're preaching the right things. And so they're getting used to it. I think we've adjusted fairly well, and, to them, and I think the country has as well. So I think it's been good for the game.
And also, like, one of the turning points in the game, you feel like when Denasia got that technical foul, you feel like that actually gave the team the spark?
Believe it or not, probably. And so, thankfully, maybe that did happen. I wasn't pleased with the technical foul as it was, but in this case, it did spark us a bit. And the problem is too, we had to play a lot of minutes tonight, and we turn around and have to go play on Sunday. But Denasia and Aliyyah and Lewis, they all did what they needed to do. And Akina Wellere had the best game of her career here at St. John's, which was big time for us, and she did what we know she can do. And so I was very happy to see her shoot the ball today, along with getting to the foul line. And I thought she did a great job for us. So we're a work in progress like everybody else at this time of year. And so coming off a big win, it's always the type of game where you're not really sure how you're going to come out. And so I was happy that we were able to grind out the W and we move on to the next one.
How will you look to carry this momentum coming to Sunday on the road on a 5-game winning streak?
Do what we do every day and maintain our fundamentals in practice and make sure we rest and get the mental preparation along with the physical. And then we've got to take a trip and get out there and play. And so, the momentum is you're as good as you were the day before a little bit now. It's all about our focus. I thought we had a good week of practice, which again, you just never know coming into the game. And so the way that we started set the tone, and maybe it was the technical foul, I don't know. But we have to be better, and so we know that. Along with that though, as I told them at halftime, you got to play with effort and you got to go win. And we were able to do that, and these are kind of some of those games you're going to have. So I'm glad we won.
Last question.
Coach Nick Units from WSG Radio. You have Jade Walker coming off the bench. How much of a spark does that give the team, having an experienced player come off the bench, set the tone?
She's been big for us. I think it's a role that she probably wasn't looking at coming into the year, and it kind of happened a little bit by accident. But it's great to be able to look at the stat sheet, unlike last year, and look at 0 bench points, and now I can see points off the bench, especially today when you see 21 points off the bench for us, which is always crucial for your team. Jade is an unbelievable player who I think was playing the best basketball of her career in the first 3 games, maybe outside of UCLA where she was getting a little acclimated. Had an unbelievable game against Irvine and Rutgers, and then moving into Marist. We've got to get her the ball, and so that's what that comes down to. We can't live and die with guys taking 25-plus shots. We got better balance than that, and we will. We're trying to score 75 to 80 points a game. We're not trying to live in the 60s anymore.